Y'all, this is your boy Share Speaks, man. Before I get anything started, make sure you guys pound the like button, pound the subscribe button, pound the like subscribe buttons to my homeboys, Millaboy Gaming and Heemz Gaming, and also go ahead and follow their official Twitch accounts. I put the links to their official Twitch accounts in the description box below. And if you guys don't know who my homeboys are, and what they do gaming, they do live streaming. You might catch up with them and kick some ass alongside them. They're great YouTubers, great content creators. Really great dudes overall, man. Those are just my homeboys, man. But let's get into Snowfall, season 3, episode 4. The game that moves as you play. And I gotta be honest with you, bro. It's only be the 4th episode of this third. This episode had me shook because I thought we were gonna lose one of our prominent um, male characters, man. Dominant male characters in the show. And I'm referring to Jerome, who is Franklin's uncle, and who's Lulu's love of her life, her soulmate. If you guys don't know, man, Officer Wright and his squad of pigs against against Officer Wright's, I guess you could say his moral compass. Because I'm starting to see that I'm starting to realize that there's a huge internal conflict with Officer, I guess you can call him Sergeant Wright, and you saw that just when he was confronted by his daughter. And also, not even, no, actually, no. It was after they got done doing the raids, because we saw Franklin's dope house got raided, Fat Boy went down. One of the new leaders, they kind of ran down and arrested, but none of them snitched. But one of the guys that was in the dope house, he must have said something, because the way he was looking, bro, he squealed. Excuse me. And also, as I mentioned, we almost lost Jerome. And I say that because his house got raided as well. He was making love to his wife Lulu, in a very funny way, actually. I say a funny way because they're listening to Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting. Like, that stuff is hilarious to me. Like, the track was just funny to me. But they're making love and whatnot. The cops swarmed in. Obviously, Jerome fought back. He showed them, like, hey, man, you guys have a warrant. You guys can't, just barge up in here. But, the cops weren't listening, obviously. They didn't give a damn. They just wanted to make an arrest, reach a quota. And the funny thing is, not the funny thing, but what happened next, man, almost, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, it gave me some flashbacks from my own damn personal life. Jerome, he hit one of the damn cops with a clean, and I mean clean, 3-piece. They started jumping pretty much, and I damn near killed him. I thought that he did kill him. We see one of the cops is holding Lulu's face in that way she can see her man almost be fucking beat to death. I don't think the man is dead because, Lulu got out. There was no word on Jerome or what his condition was. So Franklin tasked his attorney with finding out where he is. That's his top priority. But then also, Franklin, he went on with Leon. They kicked it. Went to the roller rink. Nah, see, the thing is, I didn't know that Franklin didn't know how to skate. So seeing him up on that skater rink looking like a freaking baby fawn was hilarious to me. Mel teaching him how to skate and things of that nature. They handled business. Leon handled his business in the skater rink. Now, mind you, Mel, she shaded my boy Franklin pretty much in the very beginning. But he made it up to her. My thing is, I didn't like the fact that Mel did the rock, right in front of Franklin. Even Franklin was like, hey, man, what are you doing? He's getting ready to, stop her and whatnot. And like I said before in my previous videos, Mel is the one thing in Franklin's life, aside from his mother, that's pure. That kind of like ties him to his former life. And that was just, that's just something, And we see Mel, handling herself at the shooting range with her father. She said, hey, I heard about what happened to Jerome. And, he was just like, look, Dad, I thought you said you became a police officer to protect our people. And that really struck a chord with Sergeant Wright because, like I said, alluded to before in the very beginning of this video, after they got done with the raids, his partner came up to him and said, hey, man, good job. Can't believe that you still live around with those hoodlums or those monkeys, as he said. Oh, man, I can't believe you still do that. You see Officer Wright kind of like do like this with his head, like, what the hell? What did you just say? You can see him wanting to say something because, at the end of the day, he is a black man. But at the same time, like I said, he has to shut that off because his career as a police officer, is of a higher standard on a whole other plateau than him being a black man. Because, I'm pretty sure Officer Wright knows as being a former uh, hood dude. Like, look, they don't give a damn about us. Like, us being black, they don't give a fuck about that. They never will. So, pretty much what I'm saying is Officer Wright's internal conflict is the badge versus the man, and he's always put the badge ahead of the man, and I'm glad that Mel reminded him of that. Another thing we see Gustavo, getting, I think his name is, I want to say his name is Shooter or something like that, I think. Guy in the wheelchair, I think is Gustavo's brother. And he says, look, man, I'm going to give you this money. I need you to go down to San Diego, build a house, get a house, and start over. Now, the guy, his brother thinks that it's a trap. He's like, no, that's not it, man. I need you to just get out of here, man, and start it over. And that's what the money was for. Because, mind you, Gustavo goes to his grandmother. After, him and Teddy take care of the dead DEA agent, which I think is having an effect on Teddy, because he goes to her house, he finds the drugs, and he hears a voice message from her mother saying, hey, I can't wait for you to see your dad again. And she sees the picture, and her mother looks almost like Lucia's mother, as if they could actually be related somehow. At the very end of the episode, even Gustavo said, look, man, she was going to turn on us anyway, so that's how we had to kill her. Straight up. Obviously Lucia's mother had no problem with it because she just knew she's just been in this business for a long time. She has no problem seeing death. She was just like, look, all I want is my damn money. Give it to me, and I'm going home. And I'm thinking, are we going to get more into where the hell Lucia is? So Gustavo goes to see his grandmother, fortune teller, if you will. She says, I didn't see her, nor did I see you guys, being together for long. But she says, but she references something that I think was really interesting. She goes, this is the other branch, to another life, another lifeline, because she didn't see Lucia and Gustavo being together because she couldn't see her. They're too far apart now. And when his grandmother referenced them, him having another life, make sure he has the courage to actually seek that other life. That's why he wanted to see his brother, and he gave him that money. He said, hey, go down to San Diego, get a house, build a house, and start over. Because to Gustavo, he feels like, look, there's nothing I can do. There's no turning back now. So instead of me having another life, and I don't have the courage to do that, I'm going to give that to my brother because he deserves that. Because he was getting sick by his brother was getting sicker and sicker and sicker. So it really makes much more sense. And I apologize for my low voice. I'm just whispering because it's late out. It's late right now where I'm at, y'all. So that's why I'm just speaking really low. As if that's even a big issue, but you get the point. But this episode, gave me a little bit of chill. So like I said, I thought we were gonna lose Jerome. I hope Officer Wright, just gets back to himself. He balances himself out internally because there's a lot of conflict. Like I said, there's a social conflict, there's a personal and morality conflict. Officer Wright is trying to uphold his badge and his own, I guess you could say, his loyalty to his people, because that's what he swore and that's what he promised his own daughter. His daughter had to remind him of that tonight. And seeing Jerome, go back to the house and shit like that, Lulu is not having it. So seeing Mel, Officer Wright's daughter, she's like, no, you need to get the fuck up out of here. Even Mel was like, look, I'm sorry that what happened to Jerome, but you guys provoked him. You can't do it that way. Even Alton, Franklin's father was like, look, as a, back when I was a Panther, we had to look at what's the word I'm looking for? The propalities. I think is the word that he used. Something with that variation of what you do, because killing a police officer is only going to rain down more hell on everybody you love and care about. So Alden made sure that, Franklin heard that, and you can even see it be shaking Franklin to his core a little bit. I think enough to make him, really think about this, because he wants to X out Officer Wright. At the same time, he has to think, well, that's Mel's father. He loves Mel. In fact, he even told Mel, get the fuck up out of here before, get the fuck out of my damn face before I bring her back out here. So then I think that kind of drives another wedge between the two of them. It might be the nail in the coffin, I don't know. But judging by the scenes for next week, it's going to get even realer because we see, the news coverage go over it. All these raids are great things of that nature. And then we see Leon and Franklin step up to, Officer Wright, and we are telling Franklin, like, look, these police officers in Inglewood, they have all these people out there watching you. That's how they're able to get to you. You see Officer Wright's in his car. And I'm starting to think that, Wright might just kill, Leon, or he might just try to scare Franklin one more time. And I think that's what that is. But we'll see what happens, man. This has been your boy, Shaver Speaks. Peace and love.